Hi, this is Tracy at TierraCast with a how-to video to show you how to make simple loops. This is a commonly used wire technique in DIY jewelry making. It's used to create a loop for linking a component to other components. TierraCast 21 gauge head pins are a great choice for this because the wire strength holds securely. You'll need round nose pliers and flush cutters for this technique, and you'll also want to have chain nose pliers on hand. To create a dangle, string your bead or beads onto a head pin. At the top, bend the head pin over 90 degrees. Next, you'll trim the wire, and how short you trim it will depend on how big you need your loop to be. 1/4 inch wire length looped near the tip of the jaws will make a small loop, and a 1/2 inch length further up the jaws will make a larger loop. I'm going to trim to about 3/8 inch. With practice, you'll learn what wire lengths and which spots on your round nose pliers will make perfect size loops for your projects. If you're working on a design that will include many simple loops and you want them to be a consistent size, try making a little mark on your pliers with a Sharpie so you can position your wire in the same spot every time. Next, hold the bead with the wire pointing toward you. With your round nose pliers, grasp the tip of the wire about as far from the tip of the jaws as the length of the wire is. And this will vary because different round nose pliers may taper differently. Position the tip of the wire so that it is near the edge of the jaws. If the tip is tucked slightly in between the jaws, your loop will be more round. If your tip is extending slightly, your loop will be more teardrop shaped like this one. And you can experiment with that. Now roll the pliers away from you until you've formed a complete loop. You may want to stop and reposition your pliers about halfway through. You are aiming for a loop that sits right on top of your wire like a lollipop. You can also hold the bead so that the wire faces away from you and roll your pliers towards you. You can experiment with that to see which feels best for you. To create a link, use a head pin that you've clipped the head off of, or craft wire, or head pin remnants like these ones. Just bend one end over and create a simple loop like you did before. String on your bead, and repeat the process on the other side. This one is a little bit long, so I'm going to trim a little of that extra off. Now you can take your chain nose pliers and straighten and adjust the loops as necessary. You can either align them in line with each other like this, or perpendicular to each other, whatever your design needs. If you end up with a loop that didn't close quite right, you can fix that. With this example, the loop was just a little bit too small for the length of wire, so I'll just use my flush cutters to trim off a little bit of that extra wire, and then finish adjusting with my round nose pliers. And with this one, the loop is a little too big for the wire length, but I'm just going to use a narrower point on my round nose pliers and continue rolling that loop around until it's closed. To open and close a simple loop, grasp the open side of the loop and twist it away or towards you. Never spread, as with the jump ring, never spread the loop open. Always use that backward and forward motion to open and close. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos, and thanks for watching.